certainly we see, if you guys are following the Alex Smith story, Johnny was a huge part of Alex's process from quite a while back to where he's at now. And he speaks of it in the on Stefania Belda's special on Alex, and he spoke of it this last Sunday on an E60 profile. And I know that you're doing some other stuff with some other networks on telling his story. So hopefully you guys can see him out there. If not, you'll see the science of what's going on if Johnny still slips off camera somehow.
Yeah. No, very, very good story. It's kind of the story we need right now. And from a blood flow restriction standpoint, we started on Alex almost immediately when I got out of the hospital. He was still in the frame. We met at Alex's house with his medical team. His plastic surgeon was there. It's interesting. Ischemic preconditioning is basically kind of following the Nobel Prize guy stuff and some work that was done decades ago on dogs. And if you put a limb into hypoxia, or you put that hypoxia around the cells, there's a protective effect. There's even some fascinating studies. There's this one study where on Olympic level swimmers, they did ischemic preconditioning prior to their swim and then improved their swim times by 0.7 seconds. And then they drew blood pre doing that or post doing that. And then they put it into a pig who they basically clamped off the artery to cause the heart to start to have damage. If they injected blood that was in the post-condition people, so they'd had that application of hypoxia, it actually significantly protected the heart from damage. So there's this kind of blood response there. And his plastic surgeon, so Alex had multiple muscle flaps. That's where you take muscle from other parts of your body because he lost so much muscle down in his lower leg. And I was talking to his plastic surgeon. He's like, oh yeah, when I take that muscle flap away, I close the artery off and we count for several minutes and then release it. So he was doing ischemic preconditioning on the muscle on the table just by cutting off blood supply for a little bit before he harvested it and put it down there. So he's like, yeah, go for it. You can start it right away. Because I wasn't worried about the ortho guys being nervous with it. It was the plastic surgeon. Was he worried about the flaps? And so he let us start it right away. To your point earlier, Tony, he was in that frame for months and he did BFR. I mean, he was religious, like daily. And when the frame came off, we tested him back at our center. And basically from his thigh perspective, there was really no deficits that we could pick up, even in our biomechanics lab. He just maintained that strength while keeping that frame on the entire time.
That's amazing.
Really fascinating.
Yeah, that sounds like magic.
Yeah, it's insanity. It's truly a breakthrough. So it's incredible. Obviously, incredible story. But I know that we all have several of them that are similar but less high profile. But just it's really incredible to see. So.